our person of interest today, and let's introduce you to her. Now, she was once a confident young girl walking the ramp for Dior, and now a pop sensation in Bandish Bandits. Shreya Chaudhry joins us now this morning on TBC. She has carved a unique space in the industry. Raised in Mumbai, though she is from Kolkata, and transitioned from modelling into acting, bringing her charm to everyday role that she takes on. Shreya's journey started with debuting under the guidance of stalwarts like Imtiaz Ali and Guneet Monga, but it was her portrayal of Tamanna Sharma in Amazon's hit series Bandish Bandits that made her a household name.
Right, but acting is just one side of her story. Take a look at that. She's someone who's fallen in love with fitness, with health, and her fitness transformation has been equally inspiring. We'll talk to her a little bit about that. But she's, over the years, lost 30 kilos. It's something that she's incredibly happy about. Her fitness journey is complete with boxing gloves and cycling trails, and it's nothing short of motivational. What's next for the star in the journey of not just entertainment, but also health? Let's go over to her to understand a little bit more. All right. Good morning, Shreya. Thank you for joining us here on the show. Tell us, you're someone who started your acting career. We were just telling our audiences with huge names. You had Imtiaz Ali, Guneet Monga, and now you have Bandish Bandits that you've been associated for a while now. Did you always plan a start like this, something that was such a dream for so many of us?
I really wish we were doing this in person, but that was such a sweet intro. And no, actually, I didn't have any plans as such as to how I'm going to start. I was just very grateful that I was getting to do what I love to do, and just very lucky that I was getting to do it with people I was dying to work with. So I feel very lucky that I have worked with people like Imtiaz sir and Guneet ma'am in the beginning of my career.
I see. But Shreya, since your character Tamanna is so loved, it's really put you on the block, as they say. How close are you in real life to that?
I also feel that, you know, Tamanna herself is quite different from season 1 as she is in season 2. And that evolution, that change is kind of beautiful. But Shreya, initially I felt that I'm not very similar to Tamanna, but there were certain things in season 2, like all the, you know, the learnings that she gets from Divya ma'am's character Nandini. I truly feel like I've taken more from Tamanna than given her in season 2. A lot of similarities in the way that Tamanna falls in love with Radhe's character. I feel even I get attracted to people who are very passionate about what they do, who kind of have a very beautiful heart, you know, at the end of the day. Certain choices of hers I don't fully agree with, but other than that, I think I just had a blast playing Tamanna Sharma in season 2.
What does prep for a character like this, you know, something where the art of it is so important, the singing, for example, is so important. How does that happen?
Yeah, actually there was a very, very thorough workshop that all the actors of the cast underwent because our makers Anand and Amrit really believe in prep. And we all went through, you know, rigorous training for all the, you know, the music pieces. Even if you're playing an instrument, he was like, you know, go and take classes. So they organized like classes for us. There was an entire army of teachers that was headed by Akshat, who was also with us in season 1. And even for all the scenes, you know, we did readings and we're a large cast. But Anand and Amrit made it happen. And as an actor, I think it's very exciting for you that, you know, you get to prep and workshop, because then by the time you go to set, then you're just like, okay, then I can trust my instincts and, you know, kind of hope for that magic to happen. But there was a lot of prep involved for sure.
Wow, that sounds like a very new way of doing things then. But Shreya, also tell us, was acting always the top of your agenda? Was that what you dreamed of growing up? How did it come along?
To be honest, it was not. It was not even a distant dream because I didn't think it could happen. So growing up, I was actually a tomboy, very academically driven, you know, wanting to get good grades. I used to love physics, maths, biology. So I always thought that, you know, I'd probably end up doing something in those streams. but I realized that, you know, they weren't things I was passionate about. Growing up, I had a beautiful childhood. I still live with my parents, and you know, they kind of made me realize that, you know, you need to find something to do that you can imagine yourself doing for the rest of your life, which I think is the best advice I've ever received up till date in my life. I don't think they ever thought that I'd become an actor, because that came as a huge shocker to them. But I sat myself down and I asked myself that what is it that really makes me feel happy and alive? And I realized it was at that point being on stage, and then it slowly became being in front of the camera. Just performing for me was when I felt my calmest, my happiest. And that's how I think I dared to dream to become an actor. I auditioned for an ad. I was asked to audition for an ad when I was in college, and I didn't tell anyone about it. Horrible thing to do. Kids don't do that. But eventually I did when I landed the ad. And I think from there I kind of started this whole journey, and it's a major hustle. You know, it wasn't like things came easily or things just happened. I was giving auditions every single day. I would watch any film, and I love watching shows and movies. So any show or movie I would watch, I would go to the credits and see who is the casting director, then look them up. This is when things started getting a little streamlined. So they put out a lot of information on social media and other such platforms. So I'd Google, you know, every casting director and be like, what are they doing? And they were, at that point, you know, this was a couple of years ago, they'd started putting out, you know, messages that looking for, you know, somebody for an ad or a film or a show. So I think, yeah, that's just how my journey sort of started.
Speaking a little bit about hustling, there are so many young people today doing so much great work. So how do you define, what defines success, do you think, for today's actors?
I don't think success is quantifiable for an artist, and it should not be. As artists, you know, we just want to be able to display our art and our craft. And for me personally, I can say that nothing gives me more joy than having an audience. So if somebody has watched my work and given me that time of day and, you know, has an opinion, feedback, blessings, love, whatever it is, I feel like I've done my job as an actor. Yes, of course, this sounds a little philosophical, and everybody wants, you know, those added things of, you know, being successful in the sense of monetarily or in the form of fame. But like you said, the landscape is changing, you know, right now. It's amazing because there is a star born every single day. Every week something is going viral. So I think, yes, this concept is kind of blurring in the sense that today content is king. The character, your performances are spoken more about, you know, than maybe where you were eating dinner last night. So things like this, I think it's a great time for actors, you know, to come and, you know, perform and then hopefully get the love from the audience. But that's what I seek. And it's like you said, you know, what we've been talking about, there's only 1% of the people in this world who get to do what they love to do. So I'm not chasing success. I'm just chasing really great roles. I'm chasing, you know, the audience to like my work, of course.
Right.
And yeah, I just hope to never stop at it.
That's actually quite lovely. But talking about chasing success, chasing roles, your next one is also a special one. This is Boman Irani's directorial debut, The Mehta Boys. There is already so much buzz about it. Tell us a little more.
Very, very exciting project. Again, something that is a passion project for everyone involved in it. It is a film called Mehta Boys. It is Boman sir's directorial debut. He's also acted in it and he's also written it along with the Oscar-winning writer of Birdman and Revenant. So, I mean, literally you'd be a fool not to want to, you know, be a part of this film. So I remember when I got a call from the casting director, I just jumped at the opportunity. I was like, I have to nail this audition. And I feel very lucky that I got to work with everyone involved, be it Boman sir, be it Avinash Tiwari, be it Pooja Swaroop. They're amazing actors and the crew is phenomenal. It's a very beautiful story, very relatable, and you know, because the film has traveled for a couple of festivals now, and I saw the reaction of people, I realized it's also a universal story. It's a parent and child, you know, relationship at its core. It also talks about other human relations, which And it's said in a very beautiful, simplistic way. So I really hope people, when they watch it, they can connect with it, and I just hope it gets them thinking. You know, we're not asking them to pick sides, we're not asking them for anything else. We're just saying, just watch it, and maybe we can, you know, get your mind to start thinking in a direction that you probably haven't before.
Wow. Shreya, can we also talk to you a little bit about the way in which you've changed your body over the last few years? You're someone who's really chosen health in a huge way. So tell us a little bit about why you decided to make that decision, how you made that decision.
No, that's very sweet of you to say. But yeah, you know, it's something that I haven't ever spoken about before. And because of some reason, I decided to, you know, pour my heart out. And I truly was, I think I was vulnerable for the first time in a very long time on social media. And the way the audiences have kind of, you know, just responded to this, they have been so, I mean, I don't know what the word is, they've been so motivating to me. Like, it's beautiful, the reactions that I get where people are like, you know, just reading this made me want to also start something. And like, I really, you know, didn't expect this. So I firstly want to thank everyone who's kind of, you know, read it and then sent me really lovely, you know, messages, comments, whatever it is. It makes me really happy, because I was a little like skeptical whether, you know, I should talk about this or not. But there was an incident that happened, and I had recently watched one of Hrithik sir's videos. Like, you know, earlier on also, recently again, I felt like, you know, this is motivating me, this is giving me, you know, that fuel to fire. And, you know, we've all lived through this horrible time of COVID. We all realize that the importance of health in our life. So for me also, because of health reasons, there was something that happened in my life when I was, you know, at a teenager, and I had to take things into my hands. So I got great inspiration from Hrithik sir, and that's how I started my journey with fitness. And today it's a lifestyle choice. Today it's not, oh, you know, I can't eat this and I can't do this. Today I look forward to eating certain things. I look forward to going for my dance classes and going to the gym or going for my boxing classes.
Nice. It is quite a transformation, Shreya, and very hard to believe. And had you not put it out, nobody would have sort of known this side of you. So kudos to that. But, you know, while we're talking about it, I'm sure it's hard work. Tell us a little bit about your routine. What kind of gymming are you doing? What kind of diet are you on to keep you in that perfect shape?
Yes, I basically do some kind of physical activity practically every day of the week. Maybe, you know, I'll take an off on, like, you know, once a week, but it's anything ranging between, you know, going to the gym or going for my dance class or then going for boxing classes. I've recently started playing a sport called paddleball, which I'm addicted to. So I throw that in at some points. So yeah, so there's some kind of activity going on. I personally also, as a human now, not when I was younger, I love, you know, adventure sports and I love the outdoors. So I love cycling. Even when I'm traveling, like, I love to go and do some water sports and stuff. So I think now it's become I've started enjoying it, you know, once I kind of, you know, started this journey of fitness per se, like we call it. But yeah, so today I've realized that, you know, when some people ask me that, you know, what should I do and stuff like that, I'm like, try everything. You'll eventually fall in love with one of those things. Because movement is amazing. When you know that, you know, you're able to move, I'm telling you, you're taking it lightly right now. But trust me, in, like, you know, once we're all older, we realize the importance of, I should have, you know, worked out when I was younger and stuff like that. So, and I also love reading about it. I love reading about nutrition. I love reading about just movement and, like, you know, the science behind it. So I think, I don't know what it is. I think more than me accepting it, it accepted me. So that's how I like to think about it. So that is basically my schedule when it comes to my workouts. When it comes to my food, I don't do any crash diets. There's certain things that don't suit me and don't work for my body, so I avoid those.
All right, Shreya, we leave it there for the moment. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing your story and your journey with us.